Attention passengers, this is your Captain Necro Sama speaking, and you've tuned into a new episode of Top Flight Reads, our weekly web series where we go on the internet and find graphic novels and read them aloud to you, give our commentary and our feedback. This week on Top Flight Reads, we will be reading Tower of God by SIU, produced by Webtoons. It recently got an anime adaptation on Crunchyroll. That's why we decided to take a look at it. We've never read it before. Let's just get right into it with our introduction, starting with our co-pilot, Tiza.
Attention, people on the plane. This is your co-pilot, Tiza, the serious one speaking. Gonna try to make this on a halfway decent cruise this time. Weather's kind of cloudy. See what happens. Flight attendants, take it away. Make our guests feel at home.
This is your flight attendant, Storm Rave. We got the comic in front of us. We got the music. It's going to be a party. Let's do it.
Hello and welcome to the flight. My name is Emiel, and the snack of today is Rice Krispie Treats, our other flight attendant, Storm Rave's favorite snack. I hope you all enjoy it.
Welcome to the flight this week. This is the flight attendant / editor, Akasin, speaking. After last week, I'm going to actually have to start keeping track of these, so we'll see how long it takes for me to check out.
I guess it's time for takeoff.
Yeah. What do you desire? Money and wealth? Honor and pride? Authority and power? Revenge? Or something that transcend all of them? Whatever you desire is in here. Tower of God begins now.
Tip, tap, tip, tap, tip, tap.
This is a long corridor. Hey, come back, blonde girl.
Hey, you better keep up. Oh.
Almost. Got the ribbon. It's so glowy. I grabbed it. My life is complete now.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
no.
unraveling. No. Come back, ribbon. I like you in bow form. Don't be a scarf.
Dude grabs the scarf and he pushes her to the ground. Oh no.
Panting noises.
Where are you going?
I'm going up to the tower. Remember, Bam? I can get to the outer world if I get to the top of the tower. I will see blue sky during the day and starlight at night. So, I'm going up the tower. I'm sick of living in this dark world. I'm sorry, Bam. I'm sorry. Forget about me. Let me be born again.
Now,
No, Rachel! Don't go, Rachel! Rachel, no!
Oh my god.
jeez.
Rachel! No! Don't go, Rachel! Rachel! If you go, I'll follow you until I die! Rachel! Rachel!
Thump.
1F. Head-on's floor.
Ooh.
Don't go. Don't go, Rachel. Don't go. Please.
Whoa.
Surprise face is surprised.
I'm just sitting here on the floor. Rachel passed right through that door, and I'm just sad. I'm just sad.
Where am I? And where's Rachel?
shining light coming from the sky, surrounded by fairies, I guess, because that's what you feel when you think
I
of
think
light.
it's the door opening.
Light? Y'all give me light?
Purple sparklies everywhere. Looking like a nexus over there. Ooh.
Ho ho! It's been a while since there's been a visitor like you here.
Tap, tap, tap.
Who?
Why are you running? I won't hurt you. It's been a while since a visitor has opened the gate by himself. Welcome to the tower, Mr. Young Boy.
Monster? Am I inside the tower? Well, Rachel?
My name is Head On. I'm the guardian of the first floor of the tower. What's your name, Mr. Young Boy?
My name is the 25th. BAM!
Oh my gosh.
It's the day I was born.
Bam has two different meanings in Korean. One is night and two is chestnut.
What a difficult name to call. Well then, I will call you Bam, boy. Now that sounds tasty.
Ugh.
So, Mr. Bam Boy, how did you end up here?
I'm following Rachel. I'm following a girl. Didn't a blonde girl go past here?
Oh, a girl with blonde hair.
Did you see her? Do you know where she went?
Well, that is.
Please tell me. I need to find her. I need to find Rachel.
All answers are up there. That's all I can tell you. If you want to find your answer and your girl, head up. Whether you are looking for wealth, immortality, absolute power, magical abilities, or mysteries, just head up. All the truth, glory, and happiness of the world are all up there. The tower is such a place.
Ominous staring.
But remember that it is a hard and painful journey to embark on, Mr. Young Boy.
I would take any risk just to see her. My Rachel.
Good, good. Excellent. I like your will. Then let's do a test to see if you are qualified to go up the tower.
Test? What test?
In this tower, every time you go up a floor, there's a test to see whether you are qualified to go to the next level. If you pass the test, you can proceed to the next floor. Tests are decided by the administrators and rulers of each floor. Of course, the difficulty varies depending on which floor you are on. In other words, if Mr. Bamboy wants to go up the next floor, you need to pass my test. Watch this. This is the test of the first floor.
Tap.
Yeah.
Shaw.
Sudden disintegration. The ball.
What? What is the ball? And what is that huge monster?
The ball is a simple test. The ball is that round, man-sized sphere. If you hit it hard enough, it is designed to pop. To pass the test, the rules are simple. Mr. Bamboy needs to go inside the bars and outrun or defeat that monster by popping that ball. Do that, and you pass the test.
The monster is that thing over there?
Correct. That's him. He is a white armored eel. He is a big fish that lives in the Shinsu, flowing through the tower. Usually, he is very mild, but this time of the year is his spawning season, and he hasn't eaten anything for a few months. So, he is very aggressive at the moment. Afraid of him. Too bad. If you're afraid of that fish, how can you pass the test? How can you go on? If you're afraid, you'll never find what you're looking for.
Rachel. I can't see her again.
A girl alone in this tower? It sure makes me worry. Maybe she's already been eaten by an eel or taken by something worse. But, Mr. Bamboy, think calmly.
I don't want that.
It is almost impossible for you to pop that ball. Taking the test is suicidal.
I want to see her.
That eel is very fast and agile in the Shinsu, and you won't be fast enough to escape.
Right now.
You will end up as eel food. Rather than committing suicide, I think you should forget all this and move on with your life.
Swoosh.
Welcome to the tower, Mr. Bamboy.
Hour of God. To be continued.
All right, passengers, we have reached our altitude of finishing reading the chapter. You will find the seatbelt lights are in fact turned off. You are free to roam around the cabin, get your snacks, preferably from our attendees, and just enjoy the discussion.
All right, so as per usual, at this point, we're going to talk about the chapter itself in our 3 sections. We're going to talk about art, then we're going to talk about characters, then we're going to finish it off with story.
Yeah.
Section 1, art. What do you all have to say about art?
I believe that the art was good. I like the style of it. I like the attention to detail in the backgrounds mostly, especially like when they had like the Egyptian theme type stuff in the background. I think that was
all kinds
well
of carvings.
done. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't. Can we for art? Should we talk about the design of the characters?
I mean,
I will go with that. Yeah.
Okay. I think all the characters had nice designs, especially Tower 1 person. Like just the eyeball and the mouth sharing the same hole. Like it's weird, but that's exactly what is needed, especially for like this kind of atmosphere. So I am definitely all for that. Don't believe the hype. I don't think he really slurps like that. Listening. But I don't know. As far as the art goes, I think this is like this, especially what we're looking at right here. Like this is legit a poster that I will put on my wall.
That's
Like,
why I pulled it up.
I drop Youmacon money on this print right here.
You want to tell our fine viewers what Youmacon money is? Like how
No.
much
Get a
it's
print.
worth?
no, that's part of the
talking about that.
experience.
Actually, I would get a print of that purple one. Because one purple.
The cross thing.
The
Is
door
it to
Yeah.
opener.
the right or is it to the left?
To the left. It's
All right.
before head-on shows up.
Oh, it's right
there.
before. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is pretty.
Yes, that as well. That's lovely.
That is I need a painting of that, bro.
That's very
Beautiful.
nice.
I like how they do eyes specifically.
For who?
Rachel,
Humans
Rochelle.
are head on.
Oh,
Rachel was only around for like 3 pages.
I like her eyes though. I like
Yeah.
how they
I'm gonna
did
go
that
back to
She
She
the
has
has
nice
one.
eyes.
Long enough.
when they zoomed in on the
This
Watch,
one?
you gonna draw fan art of
Back.
this right after we done here.
Oh,
Oh no.
this one with her
Um,
freckles.
I like freckles one, and then
Oh, I do too.
also just the eyes in general. Yeah, it was nice. At first, I thought it was going to be a little too cartoony, but no, they did it well.
What's wrong with it being cartoony?
Oh,
It's just a personal opinion.
That's
Personal
personal
preference.
preference. I listen. Like Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of my favorite American cartoons, and I still think the art style is a little too cartoony.
oh, that's blasphemous. Okay.
Oh yeah. Also, go back a couple of pages.
Okay.
Because conversely, one more.
Sorry.
Yeah, here we go. So
Mhm.
conversely, while there are some aspects about like the appearance of humans that are done pretty well, there are also some kind of like Rachel's face here that I feel is kind of like a little. I feel like something's off, just like with how this looks,
Um,
and also a couple of the times where like I think Bam's hands were a little kind of looking in comparison to the rest of him.
ooh,
That expression that Rachel had though,
I love it.
just bruh.
She ain't give a frick.
What you want?
So yeah, I think
ooh,
humans are
there's
a
a
little
hand
bit.
one.
Yeah, like that, and a little bit of his face here. Like I get he's kind of like from a more higher perspective, but still just like a little bit in places where it's not as good as it could be compared to like those wondrous carvings that we see in the background. So
Underdrawn in some places.
That hand right there.
yeah, like it's like the stunning backdrops are kind of like contrast a little bit with like humans being a little iffy sometimes.
Is it
Yeah.
just me? Is it just me, or is that a commonality among a lot of the series we've been reading as of late?
They do backgrounds
A little bit.
better than their characters are
Hit or miss.
there.
I have a question about this. Okay, so we know the beautiful carving opens and turns into this gate with the circles. Is that gate the same gate that's supposed to be up here? Because this gate doesn't have circles, so I thought maybe it might be a different gate. But then the gate where we see the dragon has the circles.
I
So-
think it is supposed to be. They might have just I don't know.
They
Maybe
just
it's higher
forget?
up or something. Who knows?
Okay, I was just like, I couldn't really tell, like if maybe it was like the dragon was behind the cage and then this was the way in that was opening up. I didn't know if that was the case or not, which is why I brought it up.
Colors are extravagant.
I'm also a fan of particle effects.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the effects. I liked the backgrounds. I agree that some of the art could have been done better. Maybe it's my personal preference. They do like light effects, but sometimes due to like I guess their focus on other areas, some things end up being a little bit more forgotten. But it's not terrible. Like I like the overall look of it, and even though I was freaked out by the eyeball mouth, that was more just conceptualizing how that works. It was a really cool detail to add. Oh, also, and I liked this page right here. Do you see like the suit of armor and then the terrifying face down at the heckin' bottom? I wanted to bring that up and I couldn't, but I'm bringing it up now. Look at that. No.
Without
What?
the dialogue bubbles, that would be a nice poster as well.
It would be actually.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Fan
it.
art.
And even that's why I can forgive it actually for not being as good in some places is because some of it is so beautiful to look at that I'd be sad if it wasn't this beautiful to look at. But that's just me.
It's really just humans.
Yeah. I mean, kind of with did we ever get a name for this guy?
Head on.
Head on?
To the forehead.
This is his floor.
Yeah, okay. Well, Head on and main character Coon.
Bam.
Yeah, Bam Boy. I keep wanting to call him Bambi, but Bam Boy and him
No, you gotta call him Bam.
no, I don't.
Bruh.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't even
y'all are
notice
no
this
fun.
terrifying eye right here. You guys probably did.
It didn't bother. It didn't bother me. I like the little smear effect. I like the blending in some place in between
Yeah.
them.
All right, guys. Section 2. Characters.
All three of them.
Can
Yes.
the Dwagon be a character?
No.
No.
Oh,
No,
Not yet.
I like the Dwagon.
you have weird focuses.
That is me in
Really?
general.
You're saying
I-
this.
Mm.
Honestly, even though we didn't get much from her, I liked Rachel. Like she seemed, it's probably just that look she gave him that I don't care about what you talking about, bruh.
You know,
I got my goal and what I'm trying to do, and I'm gonna go do that. Also, get the frick off me.
see that right there. Even though Rachel didn't get much panel time, she still gets a pass because in the few panels and the few pages she was in, I think she was very well characterized.
How
I
so?
agree.
Nico Necro just explained it. Like
In your words.
she established her motive,
Mm-hmm.
and the way it was established gave off her personality. And for amateur writers / creators, it's a hard thing to do. I was
over the top, and she is. The end.
yeah, and she also she said it in this I don't care way, like I don't care about nothing or nobody.
No, she told the reasons why. She want to see the sky, the blue. Go back in like a page or so.
She said, "Let me be born again," and she's tired of living in this dark
In
world.
the dark, and the one before this.
And
Yeah,
she'll
see?
see the blue sky during the day and starlight at night, so she's going up to the tower. She wants to get to
Out
the
of the
outer
darkness.
world.
She tired of this dank timeline.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'll also.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead. No,
No,
go
it's
ahead. No.
I was
Go ahead.
gonna say I liked Rachel because, and this made me, I guess, like Bam a little less, just because Rachel, like, she goes off with a smile, like she's like, I am going to live out my dreams, and then Bam is like, no, you can't do that, like you can't leave me here, but like this is her dream, so it makes me want to support her, especially because she goes off without crying, just with a smile. She is resolute in doing this. She's going to do this, which I liked a lot about her.
She stands the strong female character.
She's good. And
As
she got the
far
cute
as-
freckles.
just in these 3 pages, we found out a lot about not only these 2 characters individually, but also how they interact with each other. Because sure, you obviously see that she's tired of living in this dark world, and she just wants to go out and see the blue sky. She's done with what in her
where they
current
are.
situation. Yeah, she's done with it, and now that's her like her new life goal. And you can also see that, well, first of all, this dude, I'm gonna just chalk it up to like, okay, maybe she was one of the only people that he knew, because either they have like a love relationship, which you could probably argue by the way she grabs him, or you could just say that they were alone together so long that the thought and just the reality that she's leaving, he can't take that, which is well done to be giving us that in 4 pages. And again, we also see how comfortable that they are with each other, because he's laying right over her, but she's not saying like, get off of me. She's not like looking at him like in disgust or anything like that. She's looking at him like, my guy, it's my time to go. Like I know it's going to suck. I know it's going to suck that I'm leaving you, but I'm tired of living like this. I got to do this for me.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it's kind of cliche to have his motive go through this big long tower just to see the girl that he may love, which I would give a sin, but it's done well enough, so I'm okay with it. And the pace, are we still on characters, or are we on story yet?
We
We're
only
on
got
characters.
Oh,
We haven't
There's
even
still one
talked
more
about
we
the
have
bunny
to
yet.
talk about.
We haven't even talked about the
we haven't even talked about the bunny. The bunny, I like the bunny. My man's, because like he doesn't seem like evil. But he does seem like he's a little bit.
He's
Like
a
he
troll.
a little bit, yeah. He does seem like a little bit like a troll, just without all the slurping. But my man's just like, it's all right. You got an easy test. Go fight that eel real quick. If you go in there, you're gonna die. But let's see what you got.
Why do? Okay, wait. Mel, you have anything on characters?
I've already said how I felt about Rachel. I'm kind of up in the air a bit about Bam, just because I get, like what Akashic said. I understand that maybe they're the only 2 people, like maybe they have this bond and he just can't bear the thought of losing her. But at the same time, like she's so goal oriented, and I can't say that Bam is necessarily right or wrong going after her, because like I said, she leaves him with a smile. This is everything that she wants. She was willing to give up whatever they have, whatever they don't have, for this new chance. So, like, for me, I don't know if Bam is necessarily right or wrong, but I want to know maybe I guess why he's not respecting her wishes, if it's like selfishness or if he just wants to help her achieve her dreams. Like that I guess would make me feel a little bit different. Because he was like, no, Rachel, don't go. But like it just might be because he's like, look, nobody comes out the tower alive. You're gonna die. Like you'll never reach your dreams. Or it could be like a I just don't want you to leave me thing, and I think that would really affect how I feel about him.
Intrigue.
I think it's a mystery of both, a mixture of both. I'm sorry, because like Angel Beats had the same thing where you had these two characters go like they were around each other for I forgot how many episodes it was, but they were with each other after they died, and then like at the very end when she left, I'm sorry, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Angel Beats, but at the very end when she left, out of everybody that left in their group, her leaving was the most like hurtful to him, and he was pretty begging her not to leave because like he was at that point he would have been alone. Which I'm guessing is happening here. So yeah, it's for sure a little selfish because if she just like, look, man, I'm tired of this. I got to get out of here. She's trying to escape the hood, and my man's she's trying to get on big and bad things. He's like, no, you got to stay in the hood. Come on, man, please.
I mean, I get that, but like he won't be happy if she's like hating to be around him. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if she stays just because he wants her to, neither of them are going to be happy.
I think in the moment it's like he's like, okay, yeah, either she's his friend or something more. Either way,
At least. Well,
he does. It's not even so much he doesn't want her to go. Just if my friend, I'm going to miss you no matter what you do, and if you die, that's gonna suck, right?
So he's
But the line, if you go, I'll follow you until I die, was what kind of was like,
So
I mean, okay.
So if she leaves, like, okay, I guess we leaving.
And I'm fine with it. If it was like that, I
leaving.
get it.
All right, where are we going?
That's fine.
I love it. Ride
I
or
can't.
die.
Like, he just wants to hold on to her, and she has her own goal, her own thing. She wants to go do her thing, and he's like, "Fuck, I can't keep you here." So I'm here. We go. Let's go. You didn't let me pack a bag. You just started walking, but well, okay.
As someone who's written something like this before, I will say yes. I would say from the outside looking in, it's entirely selfish. But I think at the very least they are friends, and she does care about him, and the way she holds him, I get the impression that just like the way that one panel of Rachel touching Bam's face leads me to believe that it's kind of a painful choice. It may have been a hard choice for her at some point, but Rachel decided that her dream was more important than her friend. I don't think that she would. Like, it's not like he's deliberately. I think how it may come off to a lot of people is it may seem like he's stopping her from leaving, or he's deliberately preventing her.
Oh no, he didn't succeed in that at all. Like,
I'm saying that's how it comes off to people, and I will be a proponent.
No.
That's where it sounded like this is head. I just think he as long as he can be around her, I don't think he cares what she does.
I think he just had questions. I think he just had questions like, you just don't up and leave? Like, could you talk to me or something?
Yeah,
real
like
quick?
we never talked about it.
And
like, I get that.
And him wanting to be around her, I don't think it's not that he wants to stop her from pursuing her dreams. He just wants to be by her side while she does it.
Like, I mean, if he would have said that, I would agree with you. But he did say, "Don't go." Like, there's a difference between "don't go" because it's dangerous.
To be fair, though,
you still say "don't go" to when someone's trying to leave.
But also,
just kind of
please don't do this.
We don't know the circumstances of how she's leaving because he's got to go through this. Apparently, got to go through all these trials to get to her. So I don't even know how she is leaving.
Maybe she went through the trials too. Maybe she went through the light.
I mean, but how would it come off? I mean, but how would it come off if she was leaving and he was just like, oh, okay, and Bam was. What if Rachel was leaving and then Bam was just like, okay, I'll miss you. Be careful.
I mean, like, he wouldn't be going this serious.
If he would have said, "Be careful," I would have been like, "My boy, trash."
He wouldn't be the main character, to be fair, because we'd be following Rachel through the tower. It can't, like, it's not a slice of life where we're just like, oh, I wonder how Rachel's doing while he, like, makes some toast and then, like, heckin', starts making breakfast. Like, he goes through the tower. Like, I get that. But, like...
Plus, like, I'm pretty sure the stronger the bond, like, the stronger your bond to somebody, the less willing you're going to be to just let them go, especially if it happened, because the way this scene is executed, it seems like it just kind of came out of nowhere from from Bam's perspective.
I mean,
Even though this chapter doesn't have a lot of sins, it really barely has any. I would have removed all of them if my mans would have said, we have too strong of a bond, and she turned around. I'll sever that bond myself.
Oh my God.
You know what? Y'all, not a single one of y'all up in this video, not even a single one of y'all even likes that show. So can we move on?
what show is it?
What?
What show is it?
That was Naruto.
Oh.
Because Naruto,
y'all don't even like Naruto.
Naruto was yelling at Sasuke about the bond that they have, and he was like, "Don't worry, I'll sever the bond myself."
Good for Sasuke, man. Let him know.
Is that back when they were little shorties?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
My
Valley of the End.
To talk about his head-on.
Okay, can we finally
head-on-
talk about the final character?
All right, so
Head-on was interesting. However, I did not like the Slurpee thing that Necrosama did. I did not like that at all.
It's all right, no one did.
It was not. I know. So I'm gonna remove that from how I feel. I liked like his lines were really good. Like he's setting the scene. He's like telling us things. He's got this cool staff thing. He's got weird feet shoes. I think those are those. I don't know, man. This could all be a costume, like heck in Animal Crossing. We don't know, but like I already mentioned, the eye mouth thing is an interesting fact. He's got powers to make it look like there's a heckin' eye behind him, but heckin' nope, just a heckin' wall. Like he's got magic, got little poster moments. Like overall, very interesting character. So I thought he was a fun addition. Without him and it just being silent when Bam was going in, I feel like would have been very lacking. So I'm glad they had someone to guide us to explain the tower.
It is his floor. I would think he has to be on it.
Not necessarily. You could be dead in your own floor.
Not if he's the floor master, Mel.
Well, the way he explained it, it appears like each administrator is confined to their own floor.
Yes,
the
because
group part of
the
the ship.
floor has one. That's what he said. It would be a problem if he wasn't there on his own floor. But regarding Mr. Head-On applied directly to the bunny, I like how he just explains things straight. Like, no kind of bias one way or the other versus whether he, wants Bam to outright die or live. He's just like, yo, this is very dangerous. There's a pretty good chance you won't come out of it, but you're not going to know unless you try to do it. So, he's an impartial chaos. I respect that.
I like that he calls him Mr. Bam Boy.
Bam Boy.
Yeah, I also like that little sight thingy. The double. Well, no, wait, no.
The rod.
Dog, it's a staff with 2 balls on it.
It's a baton.
Yeah, the baton. I can't
Because a baton has like 2 like little weighted things and you could spin it really easy. That's a baton.
believe he said that.
Or a
Anyway.
staff, but more likely a baton.
Anyway, I stand the one-eyed bunny.
Do you guys consider him like a bunny?
I
Look,
consider
I
him a
see
head-on.
light, I see ears. It's a bunny.
I thought he was all right.
He's a head-on. Don't listen to him.
All right.
That's his name is head on.
We don't know exactly what it is, Storm. That's what I'm saying. He's a head-on.
All right, passengers, we're going to go to section 3. Story. Take it away, Akashic.
I think that, I don't know. I think the pacing was real done. We got the motive out of the way quickly. What, 4 pages? We got the motive. Real close friends, maybe love interest. That's going away. He wants to rescue her. He's willing to do anything. All right, let's get started. I'm glad that we only focused on the first floor and that we only got to the point where he's about to start the test instead of actually doing the test. Because it gave us enough time to flesh out what's going on and what we can start expecting as we continue reading. So pacing was well done. I like the motive. I like the premise. Sounds good to me. I'm intrigued.
Anyone can jump in.
They could be siblings because they have the same eye color. I'll play a devil's advocate for that one. That could also
Nah.
explain their close bond.
I'm trying to find a way to word my opinion without restating everything Akashic just did.
That's why I just keep it short and sweet. I was also more invested in this. More so because there was the dragon and I liked the backgrounds.
Oh my god.
Look, I get excited when I see like when I see crazy creatures like that somebody took a lot of time to design. It always gets me intrigued. Like
She's Jessie. She likes critters.
I thought it was cool. Like I don't like imagine it makes you want to go on to the next chapter because you're like, how's he gonna deal with this? Is he gonna get dealt with or deal with? Like it's like what's gonna happen? So it was really like it was something that was interesting enough for me to want to keep going on. Like I enjoyed it.
I like the air of mystery and this ominous atmosphere being presented. I was really a fan of that. Made me feel like it's like, okay, so that's why this is getting an anime. It was structured the way the first episode of a popular anime would be structured, story-wise. What I mean
came
is,
out way before the adaptation, right?
yes.
Okay.
I'm explaining it. I'm guessing this is why it got an adaptation, because usually it's like Akashic, kind of piggybacking off of what Akashic said. A lot of creators just kind of throw us into their story, or they either under-explain or over-explain their story. But with this one, one thing I noticed there was a lot of showing and not telling. That is where I tip my hat to whoever created this. Whoever created this seems to have a firm understanding of show, don't tell. We know that the tower is important because the main character's best friend is giving her everything to go up to said tower. And the tower is constantly being not just talked about, but shown throughout the chapter. There was no there was no info dump narration. And even when Head On Bunny was explaining it, like it didn't feel like an info dump. So my thing is, plot was very streamlined. I like the atmosphere, and I like the pacing, and I like the exposition.
I think it did a good job of really like making you feel how, I guess, intense the tower itself is, just even based on this first floor. Like they had a lot of, speechless and sometimes even sound effectless panels just to show you this is how massive just the very beginning of this tower that grants you anything you want really is. Just to really give you an idea of like the scale of what it means to do whatever it takes to obtain what you truly desire in life.
Mm-hmm.
And they did that a lot by showing carvings of like various things that we as readers will recognize throughout human history. Like who knows if it actually applies in this world, but just the fact that we were seeing these different things is like, clearly this has been around for a long time and wherever this takes place. All kinds of creatures, such as a rabbit that may or not actually be a rabbit, and this dwagon, which may or not actually be a dwagon. The white armored eel, I believe they called it. Yeah. Like we're getting into an like Avatar level of fictional creatures territory.
With the eel and whatnot.
Where it draws influence from real things, but like maybe some things are mixed together or, stuff like that.
Only thing I really have to say is that it flows well, and yeah, there's obviously some info dumping. It's chapter 1. You gotta have your little info dump every once in a while. But it doesn't feel like too much. Like there's just, I know it's exposition, but they're not just vomiting it on us at the moment. It didn't feel like they were vomiting it on us.
All right, people on the plane. We are about to make our descent into the station. Put your seatbelts back on, stuff those snacks in your faces, and in about a few minutes, we will touch down. Final thoughts, everybody.
All right. As for me, I like the characters I've been shown so far. The art in chapter 1 flows nicely. I can see why at the moment this got some hype over the last half a decade or decade. I'd definitely at the very least, read chapter 2. Like, it's something I would try to continue, see where it goes, see how this test goes. Anyone else?
Yeah, I would definitely read chapter 2. Art is solid, story is solid, characters are I what I mostly like is the story. The story and the characters are what do it the most for me. So I would definitely read the next chapter.
I'm really interested in seeing how this turns out. Like, honestly, half of me wants to cheat and just watch it.
No, don't do that yet.
I know. So for the sake of not knowing for the next 2 weeks that I'm guessing that we're reading this, because I'm voting yes to continue reading. But I'm interested. I like this a lot.
You really think I would not continue for something I suggested myself? Yeah, we go on to chapter 2. What you want?
Oh my god.
I don't want to talk in circles again, so I'm just going to give my vote because I've basically said how I feel. I vote yes. This seems like it'll be fun.
May have only been like 2 minutes, but we have actually touched down into the airport. So disconnect your seatbelts. Don't run over people while getting your luggage from the overhead bins. And we hope you enjoyed the experience as you exit the craft.
All right, passengers, once again, this is your captain, Necro Sama speaking. Thank you for tuning in to Top Flight Reads Tower of God, Episode 1, written by SIU. If you jump into the description below, you'll find a link where you can read Tower of God on Webtoons. If there's a series you would like us to read after Tower of God, send us a comment. If you enjoyed the video, leave us a like. If you enjoyed the series, go ahead and subscribe. Once again, this has been Top Flight Reads, Tower of God. Say goodbye to the people, Tiza.
I'm out. Like a burnt light bulb.
Final outros for the flight attendants.
Thank you for choosing Top Flights. This is your flight attendant, Storm Ray. As our co-pilot said, please exit the vehicle, single file line. Please leave all your disposables in the appropriate disposable containers, and we will see you guys next week.
I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope to see you next time. Bye.
Passengers, you all have no idea how excited I am that I did not have to use my parachute early in this flight, and I already know that I probably won't need it next week in the weekend. So we'll see you all next week.
I'll bring him a parachute just in case.
Okay. All right. And that's that. TTFN. This is Necro Sama signing off. Stay thirsty, my friends.